Welcome, dear viewer, to a new episode of A Closer Look. Today we'll be taking a closer look at the narration in Virginia Woolf's Jacob's Room. So I want to provide a little bit of context on Virginia Woolf and Jacob's Room before we begin, just so everyone's on the same page. Virginia Woolf was an English writer best known for novels such as Mrs. Dalloway and To the Lighthouse. Being a talented writer, Woolf also experimented in various biographical genres, created imaginative short stories, and wrote many beautiful letters to her loved ones throughout her life. She was born on January 5th, 1882, and died March 28th, 1941. In her article titled Virginia and Leonard Woolf Remember Their War Dead, Joanna Scutts says that Virginia Woolf's life and her writing were deeply, indelibly marked by World War I. Her post-war fiction returned again and again to the challenge of memorializing both personal and collective loss. Woolf personally witnessed the repercussions of World War I in the form of family members lost and societal norms changed. The horrors of the war also influenced her pacifist activism and the state of her mental health. She responded to the war by significantly changing her writing style. She began experimenting with innovative storytelling devices and topics, which helped her capture the erratic and fractured nature of post-war society. This can especially be seen in the novel we're talking about today, which is, of course, Jacob's Room. The novel revolves around the protagonist, Jacob Flanders, and is set in pre-war England. The majority of the story is told from the perspective of the other characters surrounding Jacob as opposed to Jacob himself. The uncertainty and disillusionment of the time are personified in Jacob's character, as we never directly hear from him. The fractured reality and unpredictability of World War I are reflected in Woolf's depictions of Jacob's life. Woolf addresses themes of grief, loss, identity, and the transient aspect of life through the experiences of Jacob and the perspectives of those around him. Okay, so with that in mind, let's move on to the actual close reading of narration within the novel. In her article titled People Are Ghosts, World War I in Virginia Woolf's Jacob Room and Mrs. Dalloway, Marta Correia insightfully suggests that, indeed, the experimental narrative of Jacob's Room takes us through fragmented episodes of Jacob's life, which we follow trying to grasp its reality and make sense of the rather sketchy information provided, only to find out in the very last words of the novel that Jacob has been dead all along. And she's so right. The narrative voice in Jacob's Room allows the reader insights into the thoughts and feelings of a variety of characters. Woolf writes in the third-person limited omniscient perspective, focusing mostly on what others have to say about Jacob. The narrative offers a nuanced perspective of the characters' ambitions, feelings, and inner lives. It also sheds light on their intentions and thoughts. With regards to tone in Jacob's Room, the narrative voice often adopts a poetic and reflective tone that mirrors the inner thoughts of the characters, as well as the novel's analyses of identity, memory, and the passage of time. Woolf's storytelling style is often more subtly produced, allowing readers to extrapolate feelings and experience of the characters from her evocative language and vivid imagery. Similar to the characters' personal swings between closeness and distance, the narrative voice veers between emotional intensity and impartial observation. Now on to rhetorical and literary devices. Woolf uses similes and metaphors to provoke feelings of sensation and emotional connection, which enhances the novel's symbolic richness and lyrical beauty. The book is abundant in vivid descriptions of interiors, exteriors, and the details of daily life that envelop readers in the subjective experiences of the characters. Woolf uses poetic cadences and rhythmic patterns in her prose to highlight important themes and motifs and to make the language more melodic. Alright, and I'm afraid that's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I also hope that you learned something. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.